Greetings, everyone. This is going to be another fun drawing with this bunny pen, which has 10 colors, and it's fun to have. So let's get started. I'm going to, let's see, I'll use this light blue one. Now, this is going to be kind of a funny sort of look, let's say. Perspective-wise. We'll see how this goes. See if we can sharpen that up a little bit too. Well, a little bit. So what I'm working on is some version of a knight in armor. Give them a sword on that side. But here we have a spear. Interesting. Okay. Next, I'm going to bring out this green. What do you think of that, bunny? And see if that'll stay a little like that. What I'm doing is I'm using different colors to sort of like accent characters, if that makes sense. It's interesting, don't you think, that in storytelling, in great adventures, there are knights who go and they face incredible challenges. And it's weird. I don't know what their incentive is sometimes. Sometimes it's to marry a princess. And sometimes it's for like rewards, like maybe they're promised a lordship beyond their knighthood. You know, they can get a castle, they can have people run that castle, I guess, too. And sometimes they're doing it for what they consider to be the greater good, to go out on great adventures. Perhaps to slay dragons, which is what I'm kind of doodling here very quickly. And that to me seems like it could be awesome, maybe. I don't know. It makes me wonder, though, from the perspective of the dragon. Now, is it possible that dragons could be very intelligent creatures, and that, well, they knew that their numbers are dwindling? And maybe they were kind, and they would share their knowledge of whatever was going on around the world. But sometimes they would get hungry, I guess. And maybe they would snack on, well, livestock. Maybe even occasionally one of the villagers. But you know, they're ancient creatures. They weren't doing it out of malice. It was hunger, how about? So in those stories where dragons are being hunted, kind of makes you think, what was the real goal that the dragons would stick around for? I mean, if some of them could fly, what was the point of sticking around? Perhaps they truly believed that they had advantages over human beings. And of course, they've underestimated people. And what they were capable of. It's kind of a scary thought that perhaps there was no bad intent with the dragons. Not to start, anyway. Just that they were bigger and were hungry. I'm a big fan of these pens. They're pretty fun. And this one's one of those yo-yo-sos or something like that. It's like a little store that sells like stationery and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure you can get a version of one of these almost anywhere. Now, if you watched the chicken jockey doodle that I did, you may have heard me talking about when I draw dragons. I kind of use chicken feet as a reference in my head. And that's kind of what you're seeing here. It's chicken feet. Now with a lot of my little doodles like this, I don't have any pre-penciling. This is just to see what I can come up with. If there's little mistakes, then I'm going to live with those mistakes. I've been asked, yes, do I actually use pencil? And I do. For things that I have to have a lot more accuracy so that, you know, you can get rid of some of those mistakes. Dragons are funny creatures. I think a lot of us draw dragons a little bit differently, and I have different versions of dragons I probably draw. There's some that I consider where the wings are to be an extra set of appendages, and then there are other versions where I consider what would be sort of like the front or the arms to be where the wings would be, much like bats. So I guess it kind of depends on which version I feel like. But is it strange that a lot of the time I actually have a little bit of sadness about the dragon themselves? Now, bunny pen, I'm going to bring out this brown color. We're going to make it seem as if the knight is kind of standing on the edge of a cliff, let's say. See if we get that to meet up a little bit in there. That almost seems kind of interesting. For a doodle, let's go back to the green. do kind of like an outline, just a little bit. I'm not going to bring out the black pen. I'm going to do everything with the bunny pen. So I want to say thank you very much for those of you who follow along and even draw along with me and subscribe and hang out and come back every so often just to see what weird and wonderful things I might come up with. And if you're considering subscribing and you haven't in the past, well, I thank you in advance if you do. I truly appreciate that. Share as well. And if you have any comments, I'm happy to chat back with you. If you have any little ideas that you'd like to see me tinker with, I'm glad to give it a shot. It's kind of a learning thing for me in a lot of ways too, just to play around with ideas. Now let's finish off some more of the outlining around the head of the dragon. I think what I'm most sad about is that if there was a possibility that there was such things as these, as dragons, maybe they were the dinosaurs. And they favored some of us more so than others. Last thing, bring out the blue again, and let's just outline the night just a little bit. All right. I do believe that will be it. I'll bring out this red. We'll do a little bit in the eyes. So technically we're using 4 colors, but really mainly, well, we might as well just say, yeah, we use 4 colors. I'm going to do the talons here as well. Just a little bit. Brown one more time. Just a slight shadow down here by the feet. All right. I'm going to try, let's see here. That's kind of fun. The bunny pen, and a little less than, well, 21 minutes. So thanks for hanging out, and hopefully you'll come back again sometime soon. Ciao for now.